Ay. Happy Friday.
Principio a fin, yo siempre di mi verdad. Desde principio a fin, yo siempre di mi verdad. Te dije que yo lo venía buscando. Te dije que yo lo venía buscando. Lo que no me iba a llegar, lo que no me iba a llegar, lo que no me iba a llegar, lo que no estaba a llegar. Ahora frente a frente, cuando el sol saliendo está, habrá frente a frente, cuando el sol saliendo
Happy to see you. Look, it's Violet. Yay. Violet is here. All right. Happy Friday, folks. Happy to be here. The music I'm going to play has not yet been picked. However, Bart is obviously getting us started. We got some Robin Trower, Black Sabbath, and Deep Purple, so that's a set I could deal with. I'm not going to have any trouble dealing with that. Little bit of a weird day musically, I guess, for me. I mean, I spend the day listening to music, obviously, and I don't know. Played a bunch of stuff that, like jazz, you know? And it's like, is that what I want to play? Somehow I saved the jazz for Sunday. I played another record which was a revelation to me. I'm guessing that Gonzo sent this from 1970. Originally released in 1970. Nico. Desert Horse? Is that it? Desert Shore. Dr. Gonzo, yeah. Dude, I played it today, man. It's the first record I played today. Showed up at my door like 10 a.m. kind of thing. It's like, all right, let me make a coffee, smoke a joint, and listen to Nico. The interesting thing about it is that Nico is not an artist that I would have went out and bought myself. Not because I don't like it. As a matter of fact, if anything, I'm beginning to realize that I do like Nico quite a bit. I have Fata Morgana, which I like. I realize that I like Velvet Underground more than I thought I did. All right? 1970, Song 1, Janitor Lunacy. Okay, we'll do that, man, right now. So, if anything, I'm discovering that I like Nico more because I'm listening to it like I haven't in the past. It's alright, man. This is trippy shit. I like the trippy 70s stuff. This is 1970. We're going to listen to some. And then, what we just heard, by the way, I don't know if you guys liked it. Kombochibita. I've had this in my archive pile for the longest time. In my to-listen pile, promo pile for the longest time. The reason I didn't listen to it is because I look at the cover and it's like, yeesh, it looks like maybe the kind of thing that you'd find on Epitaph Records. Not a fan of Epitaph Records, right? And I noticed that it's not Epitaph, it's Anti Records. It's another label. And I really dug the record. So I played this today. One of the track that we just opened with is a song called Revelación Candela. They're from New York, actually. But, well, they live in New York. But I forgot where, where they're from, where their parents were originally from, or where they are originally from. But obviously, it's sung in Spanish, and it's got a thing. The record's called Aomale. You know what? As I prepare what's here already and kind of get into my groove, what I'm going to do is I'll play you another track off Kombochibita. And they put out a new album this year, as a matter of fact. So, who knows? Maybe you'll like it and maybe you'll pick one up. Here's a second song, all right? We got some Nico and Audio Dope coming up, and your requests as well. Your requests, I'm just going to dig them out and stuff, but listen to this. Cocksucker.
Mi
decent idea of who Combo Chimbita is, you see? And you discovered it on the same day as me? I discovered this today as well. I like discovering. This next record, I'm going to play just a couple of tracks because the first track is really short. But it's a compilation, I think. Audio Dope. And the way it is that I came about getting a copy of this is we're looking through records together. Nelson was on with me and he saw the cover of this record. It's like, hey, that looks interesting, the one with the car. It was in the hip-hop section, and it's like, okay, well, let's find out if it's interesting. And that's what I thought. So this was a blind buy. Turns out a very good blind buy. So why don't we give it a listen? I wish I had more information for you other than it's a 2 LP set. It's called Audio 3 Dope, I think. And it's on a tiny little label. Oh, it's on the Vinyl Digital label. That's who pressed it to vinyl. So Vinyl Digital, I believe, is out of Germany. So if you're going to find these kind of records, Europe will be easier to find them than out here. Check it out.
Audio Dope Green.
They could do that. They can do that, man. They make it move because, number one, our people have rhythm that's natural. You understand? The drum is a part of us. So consequently, when we hear drums and we hear bass, if it's played, you understand, we pat our feet to the beat.
tunes, okay? I'm vibing to this right now. Bart, your requests are coming up. Actually, Gonzo, your request is coming up after this, and then we'll go to Bart's. Kind of digging this. Another one.
Certain bad things that happen make you realize that you've been here a lot longer than what people thought you would.
Yes, that was Gil Scott Heron talking. For those of you who catch the voice. Not bad, eh? Was very cool the way he did it. Right there, the pitch shift, I dig it. Yeah. I love these kind of records. I was buying a ton of this stuff like in the late 90s, early 2000s on CD. Yeah. Big vibe, man. This definitely takes me back. So, wound up being good. Again, I wish I could give you more information. If I'm not wrong, this stuff is... You can't even find it on the Tidal. I looked. Okay. Now I'm going to play you a record that Gonzo sent. Welcome edition. I like when Gonzo sends records. Gonzo knows a lot of stuff, a lot of the weird stuff that I don't know. We travel the same circles kind of thing when it comes to the weirdo stuff, but he seems to go in one direction more than me. Like we travel different areas of the same genres. And I think that that's really cool. I am definitely in the headspace to be discovering what we're going to be listening to next. This is Nico. I did not know that Nico was an artist by herself until maybe, 4 or 5 years ago? Because I paid no attention to the Velvet Underground. I always thought it was just a Velvet Underground thing. Little did I know. So, here's a record, a reissue from 1970. And we're going to listen to it together. What do you say? It's called Desert Shore. Her on a Horse. Really nice gatefold. Quality jacket, but 4 men with beards, which is kind of dodgy as far as reissues go. I say this because if you see reissues and you have a choice between 4 men with beards and others, you go for others. However, the deal is that they also release stuff that nobody else does. You're not going to find it. And I have a bunch of 4 men with beards, and some of it sounds good. It's not all horrible. It isn't. I thought it was, but it isn't. I would not buy the Flying Burrito Brothers Gilded Palace of Sin, though, on 4 Men with Beards. I'm still waiting for a good copy. It sounds like shite. So, let's do this, all right? Nico, from 1970. Desert Shore is the name of the album. First song on the record, Janitor Lunacy. I didn't know Trilogy of Darkness. Okay. love it. So you're saying that this is part of a trilogy? Yeah, very much like that. Played the whole thing, you know. It seems to me, actually, after playing it this morning, that it's the kind of record that you want to play all together. It's not something that you take song by song. You see? Lingua's happier sister, hey? Yeah, actually, that's not too far off. My feeling is that Lingua Ignota probably listened to Nico. This would not surprise me in the least. All right. We got our first set of the night. You see that? Just like that. We have a classic rock set coming from Nyong'o. And a classic rock set actually from Bart too. As a matter of fact, two bands are super popular, Black Sabbath and Deep Purple, and he went out and got the Black Sabbath and Deep Purple songs that have no chance of ever being played on radio. Off two albums that nobody talks about, Technical Ecstasy for Black Sabbath and Deep Purple, self-titled, for Deep Purple. So, we're going to go there, start off with some Robert Trower, another artist that I know a lot of people go completely batshit for. Like all the Guitar Wanker fans love Robin Trower. Oh, Trower power. And the fact that it attracts all like the Guitar Wanker fans kind of like is pretty much exactly why I've always stayed away from it. But I always keep my ears open when I hear one track here and one track there, you know? I try to break the stereotype. I try to kind of move away from all of that. Patreon payment broke for a month, eh, Cat Crasher? You rule, dude. I'm happy you're here, you know? Alright. Let's start this with some Robin Trower. Then we got some Black Sabbath and Deep Purple. Smoke 'em if you got 'em, friends. It's Friday. It's time. Ah, fanculo. Happy to hear that, General Sardinia. You know we like you. You know you're welcome here. Thank you. record this is. It's certainly an anomaly within the Ozzy Osbourne catalog of Black Sabbath. It almost doesn't sound like him. Even the guitar sounds different. I read about it, but somehow it's like there was nothing in the stories that kind of stood out more than that, you know. Everybody knows by the end, people were fed up of Ozzy. They eventually threw him out, you know. They were all high on cocaine. We know the stories. All right. To another classic band. Looks like you guys are going with classics. We got Stooges, PJ Harvey, and Led Zeppelin coming as well. But Deep Purple will be what we talk about next. Long-ass tune, last tune off their self-titled album called April. Coincidence? I think not. Why don't we give it a listen and chill out. Is there anything that I can get for you? Are there any tunes that you'd like to hear? If you'd like to hear any tunes, what I would suggest you do is go take a look at the archive. We got plenty. Many, many records. 7,400 that are entered into the archive. Many more here in the actual archive. So, take a look. If you like what we do, hey, join the conversation. Become a patron for as little as $2 or $5 a month at patreon.com/Vinyl Junkies, just like it looks like General Sardinia will be doing. I dig it. Mike, if you're looking for a copy of Black Sabbath Sabotage, if you don't mind buying new, if you don't mind, like, you know, unless you're looking for original copies, then it's kind of a different thing, but not hard to find, man. Sabbath's Warner Brother years, it's just Warner Brothers pushes fucking reissue after reissue after reissue. You're not going to have trouble finding Sabotage. As a matter of fact, they just released the Black Sabbath box sets. Like every album has this enormous box sets. I know because Sabotage is actually one of the only box sets I was considering getting. I thought about getting it. If a box set existed for the Sabbath Bloody Sabbath album, I would be all over it, but it doesn't. I'm not understanding what the deal is with that. It seems like Sabbath Bloody Sabbath is the one that you see least of the classic records. Well, classic to me. I mean, it's my favorite Black Sabbath record. But it seems to be one of the records that you see less of. And even when it comes to like Warner's current box set reissues of every Black Sabbath record, Sabbath Bloody Sabbath is nowhere to be seen. Why? I now have an original, thanks to Bart. But for the longest time, it's like this was a record that I was tracking down. I was looking for a good copy. You know? Is mine an original, or is it like just a good pressing? Oh, you have Sabotage, yeah, on NEMS? Nah, my copy of Sabotage is garbage. That's one of the reasons that I'm looking at maybe getting the box set, because my copy of Sabotage is garbage. And I love that record. I really love that record. That's Sabbath at their heaviest. With Ozzy. I still contend that Sabbath's heaviest record is Born Again. Alright. Let's do this Deep Purple thing, alright? Tune's called April from 1969's self-titled album. This is Deep Purple. The extra 5 because it's a 12-minute song. Good on you, Bartosz. I appreciate it. Thank you. Hi. Uma, how are you? Hi. That's the way Uma talks. I see Uma and I immediately start smoking a joint. Coincidence? Talk about the lemonade after the song. Hi. love that you guys are saying that you need more of this. The reaction makes me happy. Chalice.
April is a cruel time, even though the sun may shine, and the world will gently shake as it slowly comes away. Still fall the April rain, and the valleys filled with pain, and you can't tell if I cry as I look up to the gray sky, where it should be
on there, Mac.
Maybe once in a while I'll forget and I'll smile, but then the feeling comes again of an April without end, of an April lonely as a gun. In the dark of my mind, I can seek hope to find, but there's nothing to be done when I just can't feel the sun, and the springtime is the season of the night. Gray sky, where it should be blue. Gray sky, where I should see you. Ask why it should be so. I'll cry, say that I don't know. I don't know.
Very nice to see a reaction of interest as we play this kind of thing. I mean, it's mostly classical that we heard, you know. And Deep Purple's a band that went there. They have another album that they did with the London Symphony Orchestra, as a matter of fact. This is not the only orchestral stuff that they've done. The early thing, the early records go there. Now, the good news for anybody who likes that early Deep Purple stuff is if you find it, it's cheap. Nobody wants it. People want the classics. That early stuff is not like the classics. So, you do find it, man. I got most of it now. I got a pretty good Deep Purple collection. Anyone that's listened to the show knows this. I mean, I go on runs very regularly, right? All right, what are we going to listen to, folks? You guys have anything that you'd like to play? I will get into a Voivod record that's absolutely not known, but I found something that I think a lot of you are going to like. It's a record I enjoy, actually, The Outer Limits. This was never reissued until very recently, so here we are. I'm going to play something from this record, which, I mean, I guess could be considered Voivod's hair metal period. It's kind of here. So I'm going to play something off of this that some of you are going to recognize. It's really quite a good record. I'm happy I have it. Before that, why don't we play a set for Nyong'o. How are you, Nyong'o? Looks like you want to get your rock on, eh? All right, we can do that. He's got some Zeppelin 2 coming, some PJ Harvey, and we're going to start off with a record that I have heard many people call their favorite record ever. Certainly their favorite Stooges record, Funhouse. Which is an interesting choice. I mean, you know, there's the Iggy and the Stooges record also. What the hell is that record called? The one with Gimme Danger on it. Raw Power. Yeah. I mean, I figure a lot of people obviously will go straight for Raw Power, but I do actually know quite a few people that will name drop Funhouse instead as their favorite Stooges record. I mean, I completely understand. 1969, or was it 1970? What's the name of that fucking tune? Good tune. Then the other one about the TVI. That's what it's called, TVI, yeah. Good tunes, you know? I have a collection of outtakes from this record. This was actually, there's a lot of tapes to this record here, and at one point or another, Rhino Records put out the complete Funhouse sessions, but only on CD. They did eventually, or maybe like at the very beginning, they may have put it out all on vinyl, and it would have been like 6 LPs or something like that, but impossible to find because all the fanboys jumped all over it, and they'll never get rid of them. But I do have a 2 LP compilation that was recently reissued over the last couple years of the Funhouse outtakes. The outtakes are good. The outtakes are fucking good. So in other words, if you want some outtakes, let me know and I'll be happy to play you like the alternate version of like 1970. It's just I don't know the lengths of the song. Some of them might be long, some of them not. But if you have not heard the outtakes, I would suggest, as a Stooges fan, I would suggest that you check them out. All right. Let's listen to this, all right?
Oh, look out. I took a ride with the pretty music. I went down, baby, you can tell. I took a ride with the pretty music. Now I'm moving to you straight from the bed. Stick it deep inside. Stick it deep inside. 'Cause I'm loose. Always. I feel bad to be dancing, baby. I feel bad, I'm a shake and leave. I feel bad to be dancing, baby.
Black Circle Radio with us. Hey, dude. What's going on there, Mitchell?
And I'll stick it deep inside. And I'll stick it. Hey! When I'm loose. When I'm loose. When I'm loose.
Yeah. Bart says that he has trouble finding copies of Stooges on the other side. Yeah, dude, it's stuff that's fairly regularly reissued. Like mine, this copy here is a Sundazed reissue. And again, Sundazed Records is I know the label type of thing. I know the guys who do the label, and they tend to focus a lot more on doing things on this side of the pond. So it would be more difficult at least, to find more Sundazed releases out in Europe. Actually, Black Circle Mitch lives in Detroit. Lives in Michigan, Muskegon. Do you know if the complete Funhouse Sessions was ever put out completely on LP? I think so, right? It was originally, because I remember it like as being a CD thing. I think it was originally released on a 6 LP set, but done only once, before reissued another time on 2 LP. Don't remember. I just throw out these things because there's enough nerds here that the answers, somebody winds up knowing this stuff, you know? What am I doing now? I'm going to play the last two of this set, classic rock. We got some Led Zeppelin, some PJ Harvey, and then I'm going to play you a Voivod track that is going to get into a discussion about prog, I guess. Metal prog, maybe? I'm not sure, but I'm keen on playing it for you and seeing what you guys think. You know what I mean? Mitch, I'm happy to play songs for you, but you got to pay for your songs. You know that. Well, maybe you don't know how it's done, actually. He and I spoke last week. He does a show, and we spoke about maybe doing some stuff together. He's a nerd. He's big into all of this stuff too, records and all of this. When I met him in Detroit, he was legit. He had records like that he brought with him. There were absolutely legit records that I thought were completely the fucking bomb and that I didn't have, and it made me crazy. Whenever it is that somebody has Pharoah Sanders or Alice Coltrane records that I don't have, yeah. There's a little bit of jealousy that happens. As a matter of fact, I'll even go as far as saying, I don't know if you remember, Mitch, but I offered to buy, I think you had Pata El Dawood by Pharoah Sanders. And I think I even offered to buy it, and it was an emphatic no. And the fact is I should know better than to ask a record nerd if he's going to sell me his record. It's a fucking stupid move, too. Are you out of your fucking mind? Of course I'm not going to sell you my record. But it just got to one of those things. It's like, motherfucker, I've been looking for this record for you know how many years? You know? It's Pata El Dawood, eh? Yeah. That's one of the only Pharaoh Sanders on Impulse that I'm missing. I got the other one, though. I was missing the Pharaoh Live, and I picked that up today. So, Mitch, if you take a look at the chat, the way it is that you make a request is there's the link here that's in the archive, right? You go check if I have it. It's in the archive, and within that, if you follow that, you're going to be able to follow a link that allows you to put in a request. It's $10 per song, 3 for $25, with regular type length. Now I can tell you for a fact that Mitch wasn't trying to get a free song. Mitch literally asked me, he's like, I don't know how to do any of this. He was trying to tip the show and he was giving people like subscriptions, and that's not what he was trying to do. He was trying to ask for a song. Yeah, 15 minutes for if it's a 10-minute song, put you throw an extra 5 type of thing. It's no hard and fast, but everybody here knows each other. Now, as I've discussed already, this idea of now that I'm off on Mondays and Tuesdays, filling up those spots for Mondays and Tuesdays, the thought that I had in mind is that you would like to hear from people in our own community. What if they took the channel? It's like I give them my spot on the Monday or the Tuesday, and we make some kind of arrangement. I mean, especially if your records are in Discogs. You know what I mean? And one of the choices that to me came to my mind immediately was Nelson. Because Nelson's got a good collection, man. And I'm pretty sure because all of you guys know him, and he knows you, it'll be a fit, He's not around necessarily on any Monday or any Tuesday. Yeah, Carponzi is another guy that I would say, one of the guys that's off, to the side that you don't know is Mitch. Black Circle Radio. Because he does radio, and because his collection is fucking bomb. He's a real one. But you guys don't know him. And the entire point of this is not just to get good music, right? It's a community. The reason it is that you want to hear from people is not because you need necessarily to hear good music. I mean, you're going to come across any number of DJs who will be happy to play you their records, and guess what? Every DJ in the world thinks he or she is a great DJ. All of them do. I've never met the person who says, you know what? I got really bad taste in music. I've never met that person. Everybody thinks that they know. On the other hand, for me, I'm somebody who pretty much, my wife called me a snob yesterday or the day before, and I laughed because it's like, yeah, you're right. Because if snob means you make a choice, then I'm a snob. I've chosen every person in here because it's good people, and guess what? The community and the way you guys hang out with each other and the way just proves that I'm doing it right. Okay. Mitch is worth getting to know if he's around. He has a good collection. He's been doing the broadcasting stuff for a while. It would require that you have your record collection in Discogs, though, but I'm absolutely looking to make it so that other people can ply their trade doing what I do. I'm not trying to be the only game in town. If anything, I'm looking absolutely at bigger picture and trying to make it so that it's like, let's lay down a foundation for doing this, because DJs buy their music. DJs put time into it. They spend money on the equipment. It's just, they're providing a service. And if you're hanging around with somebody for a couple hours, it's not just the music. You're hanging around with that person for a couple hours. And that's worthy. So I'm trying to build something beyond just myself. I'm trying to build something, and I mean, the logical step is see what we can do about those spaces on Mondays and Tuesdays, and see if we can get a 7 days out of 7 spot for you guys to come and hang out. Oh, the patrons that we lost this month haven't come in yet. That's still going to drop. But I think I've expressed already that when it comes to the patrons dropping at the beginning of each month, it's not something that I worry about too much, because the format's changed. I don't do old man, you know. I'm not worried. I'm comfortable with where we're going, and it's, I don't know. Playing the popularity contest, I don't think is the way to go. What'd you guys think, by the way, of the mixtape idea yesterday? How did it go? You guys had a good time? I mean, judging from the different types of people that requested, I would say that everybody seems to have a good time. I enjoyed very much that when we present a theme, and yesterday's theme was basically, what was it? Cocktails on wax. The idea is kind of like to put together a soundtrack of tunes, a set of tunes that you would play while serving cocktails. And it's a lot of fun to see how people approached that in their own way through the requests. You had different ideas of what that is. I dig it. So Old Man is gone. Old Man is not necessarily gone. Am I still going to do the late night Old Man? No, I don't think I'm going to do that either. I'm still trying to figure out what the schedule is, and we will. We'll figure it out. I'm going to be here on Wednesdays to Sundays. That's what I'm committing to right now. The rest is, going to get filled out when it's the right time to do it. I'm looking at options. I'm looking at, I'm thinking of other ways to do things, but it's a process, man. And it's not a process that I'm particularly keen on rushing, because it's not the kind of thing that I think you need to rush. And $1 for your ignorance. Oleo cactus. There you go. Bart's just made a friend. He said, oh shit, this guy knows cactus. It's like, Bart, he knows cactus. Mitch knows a lot of weird records. One thing I think I've been pretty consistent about when I say, the people that are here and the vibe that we do is that when I'm a snob, I'm not a snob about what I consider to be cool or not. That's not the way I'm a snob. The manner in which I'm a snob is I choose the people I'm around. I don't want to deal with assholes. I don't want to deal with arguments. I want to deal with people who got great taste in music. I want to deal with people who are community minded. So I choose. To me, the idea of snob means that you're choosing. And you're saying one thing makes the cut and another thing doesn't make the cut. The minute you do that, everybody who doesn't make the cut is going to call you a snob. So, by that definition, I'm very admittedly a snob. I don't want to waste my time with people I don't want to be around. So, but that's not something that I use when it comes to music. Like, this makes it and this doesn't. This is cool and that doesn't. When it comes to art, that's not the way I feel at all. To me, art, it's wide open. When it comes to personalities, for that matter, I'm pretty open about all of that too, as long as you're not a fucking prick. I like weirdos. So, be a snob, man. Find the people that you have commonalities with and coexist in a nice way. Makes the world a better place. And the people that you don't have commonalities with, big fucking deal. You need to get along with all the other billion people on the planet. Who cares? right? Leon Ilian, I'm about to get back to music, but I will take your comment. Maybe make mixtapes not by genres, but more by moods. Mixtapes could be anything we want. Genre, mood, occasion, a whole bunch of things. Completely opened. We'll see. The first mixtape was proto-classic rock. Proto-stoner metal, I should say. Proto-stoner rock. In other words, stoner rock before the term stoner rock ever came out. Classic rock is basically what stoner rock is. The second mixtape we did yesterday, right? Cocktails on Wax. You know what I'm saying? And it can be anything. Rachel says that it would be helpful for you to have some time to think on the mixtape. Yeah, I know. I'm still putting the idea together, Rachel. You're going to have to be patient because I don't know. But, what it is that I do is I create all of this stuff to try to engage all of us in art. And it's going to be a work in progress. I don't want to just do it because, it's a formula. I don't want to do formulas. I want to be engaged with you. That's the whole point. You understand what I'm saying? So we'll get there. Let's do some PJ Harvey. Let's do some Led Zeppelin. And we're going to go get Mitch's black, what's it called? Cactus. Mitch is Black Circle Radio, for those of you who don't know. He's a music nerd. I've known him for a bunch of years. How long have we known each other now, Mitch? 5 years, I guess, something like that. All right.
I wanna run. my hand, child, come with me. It's to a castle I will take you, where what's to be, they say, will be. I guess the wind sails spin, sail away, leave the day way up high in the sky. And won't, but the wind won't blow. We really shouldn't go. It only goes to show that you will be mad by taking our time. And if you say to me tomorrow, oh, what fun it all would be, then what's to stop us, pretty baby? But what is and what should never be? I catch the wind, see it spin, sail away, leave the day way up high in the sky. And won't, the wind won't blow. Really shouldn't go. Only goes to show that you will be mad by taking our time.
Gary!
So if you wake up with the sunlight and all your dreams are still as new, and happiness is what you need so bad, yeah, it's alive with you, yeah. I catch the wind, see it spin, sail away, leave the day way up high in the sky. And won't, but the wind won't blow. We really shouldn't go. It only goes to show that you will be mine by taking our time.
Ba-ba, ba-ba-ba. Have you ever heard of these guys, Nelson? I'm gonna give you a lemonade update right now. These fucking stoners. Stoners are supposed to be chilled out. Instead, you're over here. Hey, Sam! I need a lemonade update. I'll give you an update on the disco lemonade. I tried THC infused syrups, nano syrup, for the first time a couple days ago. I think on Sunday or something. I don't remember when. And it's really damn strong. Hits you in a completely different way, and I would say is probably not for beginners. It's not for people who smoke every once in a while kind of thing. It hits hard. It hits too hard, and unless you're an experienced stoner and you know how to deal with all of that, you're going to have some fucking blumpy episodes guaranteed. Absolutely guaranteed. Like, it's one of those things where my wife would probably think she was dying. So, I do like the idea of when you guys come to Montreal making a nice big thing of like disco lemonade cocktails, but I don't think that that's a good idea. I'm probably going to make one fucking thing of like slushies, disco slushies, but it's only going to be like for people who, you know, I mean, listen, you can try, but it's at your own risk. Yeah. It's exactly it, dude. Incarnate, you got it exactly. It's just if I try to have a pool party and I try to serve these people like that drink kind of thing, they're going to be fucking passed out like carp. They're going to be passed out all over the yard. It's not for everybody. It's absolutely not for everybody. I would not give it to everybody. Like, yeah, Uma wants to have some. Yeah, sure, no problem. Jits wants some. She's the one who told me about it. So yeah, for sure. You know, but it's one of those things, man. It's just something that I discovered, just recently discovered that THC is absorbed differently depending on the format. Either through the liver, through the lungs, through the blood, or through the rectum. I forgot. There are different ways for all of this to happen. Kabish. And that's what we did. Very enjoyable. So now we're going to play a track from our friend Mitch from Black Circle Radio. I absolutely love the fact that his very first request on the show is a Cactus tune. I absolutely dig it. Violet, it's not only how much you put in. It really isn't. And I thought so too, because I put in like an ounce. Like a shot glass full, let's say, type of thing. You know, about an ounce, maybe a little bit less, in like maybe a quart, and it fucked me up. It's the way it hits. It's different. It's absolutely different. Like, now that I know how to handle it, it's like, okay, no problem. You know, I woke up in the morning, before I had a coffee, I took the last 2 slugs of disco lemonade, and it's like, yeah, I'm all right. Because I know I'm going to be sitting on my fucking chair and chilling out and waking up, so, you know. Smoking a bowl and enjoying the tunes. Hey, Clarence, you're a new dude? How you doing? Enjoying the show? Let me guess, you know me from one of the old mans. I can kind of guess that because you're from YouTube. Candace, I would never let you drink that shit, dude. Never. It's not for you. You're a little girl, man. You're 5 foot nothing. For 5'3". If beer knocks you out like that, I would not. No. No. Disco lemonade is not for you. Cactus requests to stay with the classic rock theme. Dude, we go all kinds of themes. We go everywhere. This is one place where I can tell you that a guy like you, with all the stuff that you listen to that's a little bit off the beaten path, won't make anybody here flinch. Everyone is here for it. Everyone is here for the stuff that we don't know. How long does the disco lemonade last? A couple hours for sure. Yeah, it stays for a while. It hits you, man. It's hard. You know? So now we know. I had a link where you guys can buy it. Only if you live in Canada, though. You know? I don't have that prepared yet. All right, so let's do this Cactus, and then I'm going to play something off the back of that. Thank you, whoever put up the VJ Weed. I appreciate. Oh, thank you, Polam. So if you guys want, take a look there. VJ Weed. It's only in Canada, but you're able to get it. I'm telling you that it works. It works, dude. Absolutely works. It's an old link. You think, yeah, okay, I'm gonna come up with another one. I have it. Off the top of Cactus, what I'm gonna play is I'm gonna play you another obscure band called Fuzzy Duck, a record that I've known about for a long time, and I've searched for a long time, but I finally found one. Fuzzy Duck. I don't know how many of you are familiar with it, but strange looking cover. It's basically the cover of a duck dressed like a big hippie. Perhaps a stupid looking record. I promise it's fucking amazing. This is a hell of a record. And to me, this is the stuff that makes me happy to do this show. I like playing stuff that you might not know or like. I mean, you hear me talk to Mitch now a whole lot because I know he's a nerd when it comes to this stuff. So for me, it's like if you don't know Fuzzy Duck, and again, you know, he says never seen that one in the wild, which means he knows it. But whenever you come across a fellow music nerd, it's always like, okay, which ones does he know? Which ones doesn't he know? You know, it's always there's that excitement in having a conversation with who you share that passion for art. You got yourself a copy after I played it, eh? Yeah, this is absolutely Bart music. Absolutely. And I figured it had to be a repress because finding originals of this is completely impossible. It's just, I mean, you know, unless you're willing to spend several $100s for a record. I'm not. So. A label called Be With Records that actually primarily puts out hip-hop records. Released that one. Let's do Cactus. After that, we'll do some Fuzzy Duck, and it looks like Bart picked a Dire Straits tune. I literally just found that record. Vinyl Junkies. Fuzzy Duck were originally released on MAM Records. MAM Records was co-founded by Tom Jones. Dude, that's exactly what I'm talking about. That's the kind of stuff that I love hearing about. Mitch, if you don't know yet, Bart is a complete fucking nerd when it comes to the classic rock. Complete nerd. That's what we go for, man. Clarence Rogers, listen to me. I'm glad that you enjoy the show. I'm glad you're enjoying the vibe. The vibe's like this all the time, man. We do this right. Burn Table's here too now. Burn Table FM. What is it, fucking Lambos and Coke? Is that what it is? Lambos and Coke? If you like what we do, become a patron. Everybody that knows each other here, everybody that's here knows each other. We're a community of people that know each other. Chats for patrons. That's how it is that we keep it going. So you're able to listen as much as you want, and I'm glad that you enjoy it. If you wish to be a part of the conversation, and be a part of the conversation, then give us a chance to get to know you. Become a patron. You can become a patron for as little as $2 or $5 a month. So cheap you can pay it off for the whole fucking year if you wanted to. It's basically hippie way of doing things. You pay what you can, but you pay something. Patreon.com/vinyljunkies. Here's that Cactus.
What makes my sad times happen when you came out
is alright. So good. And I wonder why I worry.
That's a tasty drum solo, man. Not too overstated.
I've been dreaming of you starting sailing deep into the sea. And I go shake inside when I recall what you linger. What makes my sad time left when you came, I knew I would feel so good. Walking hand in hand, you put a more line behind. If I don't stay forever, if my soul will never fall. Never part.
All right. This is my answer. Here's some Fuzzy Duck.
I don't see it. I don't feel it coming on. I don't taste it. But I know it's really strong. Can you hear it?
You're out, bitch.
Something's happened, and in time you work it out. You join us. Well, of that, I have no doubt. You work it out.
Giving you another one.
That's the sound of the police!
Alright, YouTube people. If you want to catch the rest of the show, join us on the Twitch, okay?
That's the sound of the police!
See you on Twitch.
Wait.